Nothing. Hopefully this will be live. Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch. Let's just let things kick in. We'll just have a little bit of mellowness to begin with. We'll just have a little bit from the Ben EP. There we go. It does seem like we're streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. It's a Friday afternoon. This is all very, very different. So I'm just going to wait until a couple of you come in. Let's see if the chat is doing anything. Bit of a different time to be streaming. I haven't been able to do evenings lately. Just life has been very, very full on. And I really wanted to do something this month. I want to do something every month. It'd be great to do this every week or every fortnight. But yeah, I wanted to do something this month. I wanted to highlight the Deerhill album, Spore Prints. Another thing that got signed directly through the demo drop. Yeah, he was going to be on the stream. But he's going on holiday tomorrow, and he's still making a humongous project that we will be revealing next week. Yeah, so big up Jan, if you got this on. You might well be the one viewer that I have at the moment on YouTube. So let's just see if any more people are coming in. I'm just going to let this tune play. I'm just going to have a little chat for a second. Hey, Misland, go on. How am I coming through? Am I sounding all right? Is the music okay? Am I distorting or anything like that? Let me know how I'm sounding. Yeah, we'll just ease ourselves into an afternoon of amazing music. What I imagine to be amazing music anyway. I haven't actually listened to any of it yet. That's the whole idea of the demo drop, is that I don't hear anything until I'm hearing it on these headphones and I'm reacting to you guys. So we'll just keep this playing for a minute or two. One person on YouTube. There we go. Meech. What's happening, Meech? How are you doing? Yeah, let me know if I'm coming through okay. I hope I'm coming through okay. I always get so worried that I'm not coming through okay. We have got, in fact, we've got 30 demos, I think. Another one has come in as I've been setting up as well. So I'm going to quickly add that to the spreadsheet. Here we go. Right, this, oh, go on, it's from a Welsh artist as well. Cool. So let me just quickly add this to my spreadsheet. We can all enjoy Giveth by Ben. Such a beautiful tune. Actually an intro tune on a mix that I've been making as well. Special one for my birthday. So here we go. Just let me add this. Here we go. Running Man. And I'm just going to bung that there like I don't care. Right, cool. Anybody else in the chat? Yes, go on, Kune. Mike sounds superb. Go on, Thomas. Wicked. And thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Music seems okay so far. All right, brilliant. Yeah, this is all amazing. How you doing, Thomas? Great to have you on the stream and great to have you submitting tunes and stuff like that. So there we go. Cool. We just got a couple of minutes now before this tune ends, because it'd be nice to let it run. And I'm going to go in with the first tune. What's it going to be? Right, this is T-Cutt. I've tried to do them in order of how they've come in. Some not quite, because some people sent them individually and some people just replied to the thread. I don't know why I'm going into so much detail. Nobody needs to know that. I'm going to be playing. If you've sent me a demo in the last month, then I am going to play it on the show. And if I don't, then I'm just as disorganized as everybody already knew I was in the first place. Okay, right, there we go. So that's a lovely way to start the show. That's Ben, and that whole EP is called It's You. It came out on the 1st of September on One More Thing, and since then we've released Spore Prints, the album from Deerhill as well. So this is the first tune now that we're going to be listening to, the first demo of the demo drop. Let's go. It's T-Cutt as well, regular on this show. It's called Kck Bck or Kck Bck. There's no vowels in this scenario. Kck Bck, not like cookbook. Again, I'm going into way too much detail here. I do not need to do that. Hey, Sonnet's in the chat as well. Go on. Awesome. This is brilliant. Cool. So it's Friday afternoon. I don't have to rush off for my tea. I'm probably going to finish within 3 hours. But we've got like 30 odd demos to get through. Loads and loads of great music. So how's this going now? Sounding loaded. Let's turn it up a bit. Ooh. Okay. All right, didn't expect that second bass line. This is clearly a demo stage, I think. Oh, keep those noises in. Whatever happens to this in its lifetime, keep those swampy kind of noises in. This is wicked. Okay, wicked Misland. I don't know, it depends how quickly I get through all of these, really. But if I'm not done by 6 in the evening, then I might have to stop and do the next tracks at another stream. But I reckon we'll squeeze everything in. We've done more tunes in less time before. Really like this. This has gone into different places. So I think anybody who is a regular of this show is going to know exactly what I'm going to talk about now, and these vocals. I'm 90% sure that they've come from Splice. Pitching them up doesn't help. Hey, Heathen. What's going on, Richard? I'm really feeling this. There's a lot of drama. Almost too much drama. There's shitloads going on. So everything at the moment kind of feels a little bit flat and not too dynamic, but like you did when you sent it over, you said that it hadn't been kind of mastered down. This was still very much work in progress. All the elements are here. Might just turn it down a tiny bit there. Let me know if you can hear it, everybody. Let me know if everything's all right. Let me know if you're all right. I hope everybody's okay. Like, weird times. I'm all right, thank you, Heathen, Richard. Ups and downs of life, but this has been a good week. We've released some amazing music. I've had my birthday. I'm wearing a nice new hoodie. Got a bit of a cold, but hey, Electron, how's it going? Quite a lot of you now, all in here now. That's absolutely excellent. That's brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, I ditched the vocal, I would say there. There was loads of really interesting elements, kind of reminiscent of a Lakeway tune in that, like, I am surrounded by Lakeway tunes. I listen to a lot of new Lakeway music all of the time, what with him being one of my artists and stuff, but there's just loads and loads of things you didn't really know what was going to happen next. He brought in new elements where new elements weren't necessarily expected. I love the story factor of that. What that needs now is dynamics. Everything kind of felt flat. I need to be walloped. There was enough ingredients there to wallop me into next year, but they weren't quite there. But you said, like, you know, this was, I'm pretty sure you said anyway. I'm just gonna double check your email now, because it might be like, I've totally finished this off and this is the best tune I've ever done. Here we go, T-Cutt, right. Here we go, where are we? So T-Cutt, yep, he's gonna, oh right, okay, where are we though? Because this is not good streaming where I'm just literally, something I've just finished, might need to tweak the levels a little as I've not done a full reference master. So maybe it's me, maybe it's my ears there, but it felt flat. Like, it felt like you had all of the right ingredients in there, but there wasn't quite enough of a oof. So let's see what the chat is saying now before we move on. So no, there's not been any feedback on there. Early days for the community and stuff like that. So normally you're all awesome at feeding back on tunes there. So let T-Cutt know what you think. And now we're on to a tune now. This is somebody brand new on the demo drop. This is someone called Primal. They got in touch with me earlier on this month, actually before I put a call out for any demos. The tune is called Primal is Heroism. So that's using their artist name and calling themselves or aligning themselves with a thing, like with an attribute, which is interesting. NoDave is impressed. Right, cool. I shouldn't really laugh so much at my own jokes, but there we go. Right, okay, so this is Primal is Heroism. Hang on a minute. Before, where are my manners? Right, so let me quickly put T-Cutt's. There we go. Heathen saying, sounded okay, good ideas. Needed oomph. Yeah, I thought it needed oomph as well. So here we go. Misland saying, I think it was wicked. Can't really hear it with work headphones. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, this is true. Like, I probably caught quite a few of you in work, like on a sneaky one. So there's T-Cutt's SoundCloud. And as always, please follow all of the artists and everybody involved in this stream. And here we go. I'm just going to quickly get Primal's SoundCloud. And now here we go. So let's see where this goes now. Turn it up a bit. Let me know if you can hear it and stuff.
And every night, I have to fight the voice inside my head.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you there, Primal. I literally dropped a tune about that this week with Deerhill. Like, I'm literally arguing with the voice inside my head. This is sounding really interesting. I'm excited for this to drop. In the meantime, ooh, okay. Alright, wicked.
And every night.
Wow.
Every day. And every night. I have to fight the voice inside my head.
So the voice in... I think you need some level sorting here with your voice and the music. Just create a bit more space for that voice. What's going to happen now? Fuck yeah! Go on! Right, come on, let's a little bit of a rewind there. This is a rewind for you, Primal. Hang on, let me do that without talking.
I win.
Wicked, I'm glad you win. I'm glad you win in that voice, in that fight against the voice. You have to win, don't you? You've got no choice, like, wow. The only other choice isn't worth talking about, like, it's bleak. So I'm glad you win. And big shout to everybody who fights the voice in their head every day and every night. Wow. Okay, this is really interesting. Really, really interesting. Let's turn it down a tiny bit there. Yeah, Thomas Beersfeed in there. This is great. So Primal is from the UK. Yeah, from Bristol actually. Ooh. I like that little switch there, that was cool. I'm really interested to see if you bring your voice back into this. I like the way that you just kind of strip things back now, ahead of the breakdown. Nice and trippy. It's quite a classical length, this track. A lot of tracks now, 3 minutes 20. That seems to be the standard. Thank you, Spotify. Thank you, short-term attention spans and all the rest of it. But I think in this instance, I mean, it's great for me to talk over here, but I think you could do with a bit of condensing. Oh, Dead Pedal saying this slaps. Brilliant. Hey, go on. What's happening, Sladsy? Dominic in the house. Old time, long time friend.
Every day.
Yeah.
And every night. I have to fight the voice inside my head.
Yeah. Me too. This is wicked. Nice second drop. Can you go even scattier with it? Kind of feels like you're really hinting at going properly ham. Go properly ham, like. This is a wicked second drop. But I almost feel like I could do with just going up on the kind of crazy levels again. But yeah, Hussein, Hey, go on, Shift's in the house. Oh, wow, cool. It'd be difficult to maintain the speed limit if this was playing in the car. Every day you win. I love that. Yeah, Heathen saying I refuse to go under 4.5 minutes. Yeah, totally. No, I totally agree with that. I mean, sometimes, like, we had this one track on a demo drop months and months ago, which was, I think it was 8 minutes, but it was kind of a live kind of vibe. It was a different genre. And we all stayed on it for 8 minutes because it was really interesting and it did stuff. So I think the length, we're told that shorter is better. But there were some points where I was thinking this could just, as an editor myself, like I'm looking for keeping it tight, isn't it? It's like when you know, play a tight set, play a tight game of anything, really, keeping it tight. But yeah, like Primal, I don't think you're watching this now. You don't seem to be in the chat, but massive props. It takes a lot to put your own voice on a track there. I would actually like to hear more of your voice, like, you know, like you've made it really clear. It's something I can really relate to, though. If you check out Deerhill's album and you see a track called Don't Stop, there we go. And that's the whole reason why I've got Don't Stop tattooed on my hands is in that track. But I do say more than a couple of lines. And yeah, Primal, I want to hear more of your story and stuff like that. I think there needed to be a bit more space for your vocal. And I think maybe just a tiny bit of editing here and there. Have I put your SoundCloud in this link? I'm going to put it in again if I haven't. No, I have. There we go. And obviously, if you're watching this later on, I'll be putting it in the YouTube description as well. And I haven't worked it out because it was already worked out by lots of other people, but I've learned how to break up the chapters now. So everybody, you can just quickly click to your tune now once this is finished and it's up on YouTube. Okay. Right, so let's have a little look at who's next. Go on, right. Literally just seen you jump into the chat. This is Shift. Okay, so, right. Shift, regular on the show from the US, really excels with just awesome breakbeat kind of post garage, really wicked kind of gnarly bass lines and stuff. Literally sent an email earlier on asking you about one particular tune that we had a few demo drops ago, which I'd actually like to put on a project at the start of next year. Yeah, I'm really excited to press play now, so I'm going to do it right now. You've got a sound as well. I reckon I could identify a Shift tune. So if you're new to this program or haven't yet caught out, yes, fellow US boy, there he is, there we go. But yeah, Shift, I've got this mix now with this with that Love You tune. Ooh. I'll regale you with an anecdote in a moment. Let's get to business here. Okay. It's called We Back. The demo drop is back. No words, like, this is 100% my type of vibe. Like, this is actually a little bit more kind of reserved than other things you've done, but you've got those kind of textured voices. It's got a wicked groove. Like, stuff like this takes me straight back to the days when the Stantons were really killing it. Like, showing my age massively, but I don't give a shit. I'm 47. I'll show my age proudly. Yeah, 20 odd years ago when the Stanton Warriors were kings, absolute kings. Like, not to say that they're not now, but they're nowhere near the edge that they were. Like, I think it's hard, you can't maintain an edge for that long being headliners, but that kind of like, whoa, where did that come from? That's like, Freak Nasty. Yeah, got it in one. Like, there's on this mix that I recorded yesterday, there's a whole section, and I was listening back to it, and it was really reminding me of Freak Nasty. So there might be some Freak Nasty coming up on One More Thing. We have been talking, which is mad enough in itself. If you'd have told like 22-year-old me, yo, in 25 years' time, you'll be negotiating getting a mix and an interview and a podcast off Freak Nasty, I'd be like, what's a podcast? Yeah. This is ready to go. As always, I think I've said this with every shift tune. Is there a download? Yes, there is. There we go. That's going to be on my USB within 24 hours. Probably less. Ooh, little pitch shift there. Yeah. Swagger. Drums are sounding slightly different to other tracks they've done. I don't know if you're using a different palette. They just feel a bit further behind in the mix. Like the 808s are doing all of the business. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Even saying reminding you of old Chemical Brothers. Absolutely. Yeah. Like Exit Planet Dust kind of era, really, isn't it? It's grisly. Go on. Amazing. Oh. And the next track as well, I know you're in the chat, so that's cool. Let's bring that up. Nicely organised. I'll pretend to be anyway. Yeah, go on, Shift. Thank you very much. That's an absolute vibe. That's ready to go. I don't really have much negative feedback at all there. That's, yeah, an absolutely fantastic breaks tune, garage tune, whatever we want to call it. Just gnarly as hell. You are always switching up. Right, okay, so we've got Electron-C. This is Electron-C. Now, hang on a minute. Have I got this? I thought, right, no. Right, so this is Circle K and Electron-C. Pow Pow. Here we go. Right, let's go. Can I press play? My head was still in breaks then. I was like, whoa, what is this crazy fast music? It's called drum and bass. It might catch on. It might become quite popular one day. Who knows? Okay. So this is called Pow Pow. Of course. What time is it? Seriously, say call decline, isn't it? What time is it in Arizona at the moment, Thomas? Sorry that it is a little bit early, because I normally do it a bit later to catch a lot of the kind of US audience as well. But I know, I chat to Quentin at this time. I think it's probably about 9 in the morning. Ooh, I talked over that and that was heinous. Here we go.
But your guns go pow, pow, pow.
Oof. Yes.
I got the wild style.
Okay, there's a real kind of classical feel to this. I like the hip-hop samples. Way prefer hip-hop samples.
But your guns go pow, 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 pow.
That's cool. I do wonder if this vocal is from a splice, because it'd be the type of thing you might find on splice, but it's working. I mean, there's a whole ethical thing about having samples that talk about guns going pow pow and stuff like that.
Boom, boom, and your guns go pow, pow, pow.
Ah, right. Yeah, your guns are poxy because they kill people, they go pow pow. A musician's guns go boom boom. Over the years, or certainly in recent times, I've really become quite particular over the source of samples and the message that they're saying. Doing the show with Noisia, we talk about it a lot. You know, what is this message saying? And there are so many things where it's just like a sample about shooting or whatever. It's like, is this really necessary in 2025? When we're already at like fucking fever pitch, melting point. I ask lots of people lots of questions all the time. I'm an interviewer, that's what I do. This is wicked. What is the chat saying? It's Big L, right. Okay, cool. Phew, thank you for correcting me. It's not from Splice. So Big L, right, somebody has put their RIP. So now I'm going to have to be completely ignorant on who Big L is. Just look up. Oh, wow, okay. Oh wow, really died criminally young.
I got the wax.
Right, okay, Children of the Corn, okay. Oh, wow. You're going to remove the sample?
My guns go boom boom and your guns
Right.
pow pow.
Right, okay, yeah. Dead pedal there, making a reference to E1 or U1, which is Kill the Noise. Am I distorting a little bit? I distorted in my own ear, so I probably am. Yeah, this is militant.
Body.
Well, the sample definitely brings a lot of character to it. I'm really sorry to the legacy of Big L for saying that could be a splice vocal. Would be the type of thing the splice would do, they'll just jump on her. This isn't a splice hating stream, it's a demo listening stream. Check yourself, Dave. No distortion, okay, brilliant, that's great. Really nice, really nice. I don't think I have shared your SoundCloud there. So there we go. And can you tell us, Electron-C, about Circle K there as well? Who else is involved in that track? Let me just quickly put this here. There we go. So that's in there for everybody to follow. Yeah. Wow. Go on. That's like Timeless as well. Excuse me. Timeless, you know, that could have dropped any time from kind of 95 onwards or something like that. So now on to someone who is known to me, an artist called Elk. Their real name is Scott Claridge, and they used to write for me when I edited UKF. Yeah, it was really cool when I did a mail out asking people for demos. Scott got in touch. He's been on a demo drop. I'm at a point where splice vocals are overused. Is from Misland. Oh, absolutely. At the same time, it feels like there's no platform to find vocalists to collaborate with. Yeah, but then, I don't know, I speak to vocalists all the time who are like, oh, no producers are getting in touch with me. No. So I never really know, really, there. But Circle K is ahead of the legendary Talk. Oh, my gosh, right. Legend in the house. Cool. Talk being one of the longest standing drum and bass nights in the world. I think like probably following Elements in Boston and D&B Tuesdays, but I've always been fascinated about the long running nights out in America because they outlast any drum and bass night that has ever run in the UK. Which kind of gives Americans the flag for like the longest running community. But I think you're so loyal out in the US to drum and bass, and it's been so underground. It's always fascinated me. Right, so huge props to Circle K as well. I did recognise the name, didn't appreciate the amount of legacy. So there, at the risk of sounding even more ignorant, I'm just going to press play now on an artist that I do know about. This is called Microcharge, which is either a really small animal, like a small ram running at you, or probably what a lot of tech companies like to do and just stick on the odd little increase on your invoice. So we're back in breakbeat territory here now. Let me put over Elk's SoundCloud. Ooh. Super spacey. This is great. I can remember, yeah, loads of space around all of the elements here. It's got that kind of old school, kind of electro b-boy kind of vibe.
You're gonna want to talk to me.
Ooh. I would quite like that to just have a bit more of a boom to it. Let's just quickly just go back over that just a tiny bit.
You're gonna want to talk to me.
I wish that hit me a bit harder. It's like the bass, whether it's just very slightly late or it's just not there's something in it which doesn't boom as much as it should. I really like those fills. They're great drums. See, the bass is booming now where you've gone up a note. Maybe that's the whole idea. Yeah. Is this downloadable? Yep. Yoink. That's going on the USB. I play a lot of breaks like this. Especially the kind of warm-up sets or more commercial events that I do, or parties. This is really nice. Yeah, we got Moses saying Miami Vice vibes. Yes, go on. Wow. Okay, this is where the bass line's popping. 2 minutes in and it's still revealing more and more about itself. That's really interesting. Again, like, it seems a bit baity to use the Stanton Warriors as a reference point. They were my reference point for breaks for a very long time. And that kind of, yeah, the b-boyiness, the spaciness. I would say, Scott, your production has come on hugely. You run, like, the last demo drop that Elk was on. I remember it because I was quite critical. And I was still kind of getting into the vibe of doing this. I think it was the very first demo drop. No, it's the second one. There we go. Yeah, and I wasn't too sure. It's just like, was that a bit too critical? But I want to be critical. I want to find things to say. Or otherwise, why would people send music in? Everybody wants feedback and you want critical feedback and stuff like that. So what's Thomas saying here now? Let's go through. So he even saying old school bass. Pre-drop fills seem to steal some of the energy of the drop, right? Okay, yeah. Pull me in a different direction. I think some space before the drop might make... Right, okay. There has been some really interesting fills. I think every fill... Those drums are great. There's every fill has had something slightly different about it. Yeah. So it's the subtlety of the fill there, really, isn't it? You've got to be super careful. This is great. This is going to keep us going right the way to the end. It's, another 5-minute tune. I've never really thought about the fills and how, the fills are going to add colour and character to a track, but at the same time, they can't be too in your face or too pop out too much, or otherwise they take away the attention from what they're leading up to, and thus kind of lose their purpose altogether, really, or fail in their purpose. Yeah, you're going to keep us going right until the very end on this. The bass line's going all kind of crazy and stuff now. These type of tracks are a little bit tricky to mix out of. Shouldn't make it a bad thing though. Yes, that was awesome. Thank you very much, Alk. Really feeling that, and loads of great feedback there in the chat as well. I've never thought about fills really before. Always really appreciated them. I love kind of, cutting out in a mix and then it does that, and there was loads of opportunities to do that really creatively when you're mixing with a tune like that. I thought that was great. That's a huge progress, a step of progress of development on from your tracks, and I was loving your tracks before as well. So right, okay, now this is Man Up a Tree. Now we've had one of his tunes before, and I've got to thank you, Man Up a Tree, because the last thing was a remix of TC and the Groove Family. And I since saw them off the basis of knowing about them through your remix. I saw them at Big Love, where we had an amazing time. And that was great. So this is so thank you, Man Up a Tree. I think your name is Jason, can't remember. I'll look now and I'll correct myself, of course. This is with Killa P. So this is cool. This is a collaboration with Killa P. It's called Big, Bad and Large. Yeah. All of my middle names there. Yeah. Let's find out your real name. Ah, okay. Where are you? Man up a tree.
The whole of them are fraud. Bad out a road, but them are pussy in them yard.
James, not Jason. That was close.
And my style where them was.
Love Killa P.
But the killer man big bad and large. And roll out in a full camouflage. Me no boy can't circle me yet. That'll be another dead man in a yard. Don't play a bus in a your rod.
Okay.
This are no Ross kid. Them not know the kind of duck that we are walk with.
So let's just go back. I just want to pause that for a second. So there, because it's a vocal, the vocal is rolling all the way over the top. So we kind of missed that drop. The drop isn't the all important thing. But that's really interesting there where the vocal is kind of carrying it over. You almost don't notice that it's kind of gone from the build up into the tune. So I don't know if there needs to be a bit of space there or something. We're going to take this back here. Right.
I roll out in a full camouflage. Me no boy can't circle me yet. That'll be another dead man in a yard. Don't play a bus in a your rod.
Okay.
Big man think this are no rock.
Maybe again there needs to be a bit of space or something like that, like something which kind of makes more of an entry.
Them a walk until them
or less vocal on the build up and the intro.
Some boy them better step back. I'll no play a lot up in your neck back. Neck back. Go check that. Go check the file if you never did know the history. No boy could ever.
So there's some proper traditional dub elements in here.
No history, remember.
Like with all the instrumentation.
Like a gypsy. Buckle feel like something where we used to. See man get shot in at them face in front of me never move. We know say if a boy get a nosebleed and them kind of something they will move you. Fool, the whole of them are fraud. Bad out a road but them are pussy in them yard.
I think we need more space.
War hinder, and my style where there was sabotage. But the killer man big bad and large. I roll out in a full camouflage. Me no boy can't circle me yet. That be another dead man in a me yard. Don't play, me not gun play. Man them know how me don't stay. Deal with it like it's a fun play. Some boy them have to
go on. I don't really like talking over vocals, which is why I'm being a bit quiet. I think I'm going to give my feedback in a minute.
How we not take check, we just
and plus I really like Killa P.
Feel like one machine. Bust out your face like Dasheen. Only power man's machine.
Okay. Wow. And now we're into some proper instrumentation. This is super interesting. I think, really, let's just turn this down a tiny bit. Oh, right, it is already turned down. Oh, but can you hear it all okay then? Because that drop box was turned down. 16ths, drums need shuffles. Yeah. No, I totally agree with you there. I think there needs to be quite a bit more on this track. I think you've got all the elements, but this is a demo rather than a finished track for me. Or a radio edit. I think you've squeezed in too much into a small amount of space there. So only 3 minutes 3 seconds. You could easily add another 2 minutes and have a lot more, take us on much more of a journey. Killa's got some amazing lyrics there. I mean, he's even included rhymes with washing machine as well as kind of proper the realities of road life and all the important things that he's always kind of talked about. The first time I ever heard him was on Skeng. I remember interviewing him thinking like, oh man, he's going to be such a badass, and he was the absolute gentleman, like so many people are when they've got Killa in their name or something like that. Like Patrick was the Don, and he was he is an amazing MC, but I think there needs to be more space. You could have it easily, that could be like 5 minutes there, and then you could space out. You haven't got him talking so much on the intro. The drop could have a bit more impact. The verses, the chorus, everything just kind of felt squeezed in. Then I was like, what? There's a horn section in the last bit as well. I need more of that horns. I need the horns earlier on. Arrange it more like a kind of song in that type of way rather than a DJ track. Super cool. You've got all the elements there. You want to remove the vocal and stand out above the track. So yeah, I think here we go. So we've got quite a few people. So right, so Heathen now saying, my experience is important to pitch your vocals to the track. So if you do it meticulously through Melodyne, you can get it to fit a lot better. Right, okay, that's really interesting. Yeah, you do. You need it to cut out. You need a vocal like that, especially when, you know, I don't know if you know Killa P or whether you've paid for that vocal or how that vocal has come about, but you've got yourself a fucking wicked asset there, like an amazing thing which can turn, like, you know, a kind of club bubbler into potentially something that might be played on the radio or might, you know, kind of get played a lot on streaming things and become on the road to becoming a well-known tune. I don't want to use the word anthem. I don't think we have that many anthems these days, really, because there's just so much music. But there's a lot of stuff which doesn't really kind of pop out. That has all the elements to pop out. I just don't think it's popping quite yet, and I think there's too much kind of squeezed in. It's almost a bit like where, you know, a lot of the things I do live and I'm just like blah, 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 like, and I know I need to step back and space it out a bit more. Yeah, so it's like you've just kind of blurted everything into the 3 minutes. Have a little think about the arrangement and the length and stuff like that, and yeah, what the guys are saying there about the vocal and stuff like that, and the energy as well. From Shift was saying about kind of 16ths in there, so the drums need some shuffles or something to bring the energy into it. But yeah, I'd say that's like well on the way to becoming a very, very accomplished track. So here we are now. We are Oqui. Is it Oqui? We've had him on the show before. This particular track's called Playwright. Here we are. And I will bring up his socials in a moment. I don't think I did with Man Up either, so let me share them in the comments. I'm going to press play now. Okay. So firstly, Man Up a Tree. Okay, feeling this. Not altogether sure about that vocal, but mainly because I can't hear it properly. It's a little bit kind of buried. So that was Man Up a Tree's socials. And this is Oqui. I like those kind of acidic lines. Misland is a fan. So the vocals are almost like a texture rather than a kind of vocal. I wonder where they've come from. They're really nicely glitchy, though. They do add to the track in this way. It's very focused. Yeah. Heathen saying decent. Yeah, totally agree. There's not an element in this that I'm questioning. Everything knows what it's doing, everything's corresponding. Yeah. Maybe I could do with a tiny bit more grit, maybe. I'm not too sure there, but maybe that's just how I'm engaging with the tunes this afternoon, because I seem to be saying that quite a lot. Maybe I just need a proper like poof, because I'm quite tired. I don't think so. It's the acid line which I'm really into there. Like, I think that's necessary. It's quite cool. It's, you know, you'd find it in psytrance. Ooh. That's the first time I've actually been able to define a word from these vocals. Yeah. This is super interesting. It's like, in one way, it's a functional kind of techie roller. There's something about it as well. It's got a lot of character. Have a little look at the vocal. Misland, you're up next. Really interesting, really interesting. Again, I'd have to question where that vocal has come from. I think it's purposeful that we can't really kind of hear what the vocal is saying. It's not about what the vocal is saying, it's more about what the vocal is doing. It's really, really interesting. I really loved the bass line on that and the way that it kind of rolled, like everything there had its place and was doing the right thing. So that's wicked. That's really, really good. So there we go. Thank you very much, Oqui. It's been a long time since Oqui has been, or Oqui. Oh man, why can I never pronounce names? It's the same thing on Vision Radio as well. It's just become a parody of myself. If I had a superpower, it would be to be able to pronounce every word in the world in every language. Might not need to know what they are or what they mean, just to be able to pronounce it right would be amazing. And also be able to speak to animals. Fucking love that. But anyway, meanwhile, in the real world, where I can just speak to animals like yourself, human animals who make music. This is Misland. He's been in the chat right since the start, been involved in lots of demo drops, and also released on One More Thing on our very, very first compilation. Free download. Yeah. So nice to see you in the community, Christoph. Here we go. Let me quickly share this. And actually, if I had a superpower, it would be to create peace and eradicate greed and all the evil, horrible shit that we're seeing in the world at the moment. Music kind of does that. Should do. Ooh. Okay, right. So it's Misland, and he's saying different styles, like something a bit different here. Ooh. Yeah. So Misland is from Hungary. Wow, I'm feeling this. Again, you've got all the right space, like there's not too much going on. Yeah, there's a classiness to this. This is kind of purring. Yeah. Misland dropped an album earlier this year. I could probably get that from, here we go, it's called Shifting Sands. Let me share the whole album, because I thought the whole way that you did that was really, really interesting. You gave it away for free, you got premieres for every track. We did a great interview. It was really interesting the way you did that, and I think a great kind of benchmark for other producers who are emerging, really want to make a bit of an impact, develop a community of their own, aren't getting much luck with labels. Yeah, everybody's saying like, you don't need a label, you don't need a label, you don't need a label. And yes, this is true, but then if you're on your own and you know you've only got your community locally or you know with you, it's very hard to make a global impact. So I think labels do serve a purpose in that way. And people are like, oh, you can set up your own thing, but then you know, it's not a case of if you build it, they will come. You got to build it, then you've got to shout really loudly for a long time. Get other builders involved. I don't know. I haven't got. Ooh, that was awesome. I'm too tired to make that analogy work, so I'm just going to stop and listen. This is downloadable. Yoink. One of the many benefits of doing the demo drop. I get tunes for my set. Nice bit of halftime vibes there. I think this needs a vocal. And was it you, Misland, earlier saying like, where do you find a vocalist? Like, maybe this is something. I mean, I'm sure there are people with, you know, Discord chats, like, you know, kind of areas where people talk about their creativity and production stuff, and where there's probably a community. Probably a community of vocalists like, oh, where are all the producers? A community of producers going, oh, where are all the vocalists? Need to get together, mash them up. But I might be able to. I mean, I'm in touch with quite a few vocalists at the moment, Misland. Even started doing vocals myself, not singing ones. So I thought that was amazing. I think that's the best track that you've done so far, and I've been following you since really early on, and you know, supporting you and releasing your music since early on. So that was great. That's really nice. My one bit of feedback is calling it different styles. I think it needs something else. I think it needs, you know, because people are only going to understand that if they know your other stuff. Then I think it needs a kind of more enigmatic title, something which would kind of hint at a story. in that type of way, really. So here we go. Right, we are probably about a third of the way through now, maybe, which is just about right. Like, we've been doing this for just under an hour, so that's cool. Right, so we've had Misland, Monocode. Now Monocode, this is right, I had to download this track, so it's in my downloads, so bear with me and then I will tell you more about Monocode. Here we go. It's called Breathe in the Fear. Oh, actually, Monocode gave me 2 tracks. Quite often I will give you guys the choice, but because I was downloading it, and I really like Breathed in the Fear, because it's always stuff like, we do need to face our fears. Like, you know, I could waffle for ages about lack of confidence and not doing certain things when I know I should. So embrace your fears. Let me know if you can hear this. You should be able to. Here we go. So hang on a minute. Am I coming through okay? Because I'm going to have a little look at this properties. What microphone? Oh, right. No, I am on the right microphone. Okay. Yeah. Even saying the same, vocalists are notoriously difficult to pin down. Yeah. But I think a lot of them, because they get like, you know, they get a lot of requests. Oh, this is great. That's a bit of kind of garagey vibes. So here we go. Right, Monocode. There we are. Let me breathe. Yeah. Right, Monocode is from Falmouth. Where's Falmouth? I swear I've been in Falmouth recently. But is that down in Devon somewhere? Is it near Plymouth? Me and Lakeway did this mad back-to-back in Plymouth last week in a bakery. Ooh, yeah. Right. I was just about to say, is this downloadable? I've already got it in my download folder. Loads of space. Really like these drums. Feels quite up-tempo. I'm going to say this is like 140. Yeah, 140. I don't know if anybody else has got this. Like, obviously you just stick something in your DAW and you'll know what the BPM is, but if you ever just want to know the BPM of something, Falmouth is in mid-Wales. I could just look that up. There you go. But that's a really cool little just a thing that I use just to quickly find the BPM. Just tap in the BPM. Falmouth is never in mid-Wales. Yo, Monocode. Monocode is new. Like, I don't think we've ever had Monocode. I'm not following Monocode to there, so it's got to be new. This is great. Maybe, does this need the vocal? I'd be chopping this. I'd probably reduce the tempo a little bit. I reckon this would sound way better at 130. Just a bit more space, slightly less pushed. This is great. Maybe it needs one more element. It's on the coast. I'm gonna have to wait with that. I'm gonna have to Falmouth. Oh right, okay. Where's that then? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Breathe. Oh wow. It's in Cornwall. You could probably see Plymouth from the coast of Falmouth on a good day if you look northeast. Right, okay, cool, interesting. UK geography with one more thing. Liking these 4/4s. I was going to say it needs another element, it needs another variation, and here it is. So Monocode, feeding this, I'm following you on SoundCloud. Okay, more variation. This track's got a life of its own. Now you could be really, there's Newquay, there's a bunch of Newquays, and there's a Newquay in West Wales, but also it's right by a place that I've always thought it sounded like Penryn, Mevagissey or something like that. There's a few places in Cornwall which sound like they should be Welsh. Celtic. This is great. I really like these 4/4s. The 4/4s make the whole tempo make sense and everything, I think. Do you know what? I've been looking for this on a SoundCloud or a Dropbox link. It's not. It's playing on a media player. Yeah. So it's almost like two different tracks, really. I mean, if we go back here now to where it's kind of bubbling on the Garage Flex. So there we were, and now here we are towards the end. You know, you could almost be convinced that that's another track mixing in or anything. But that's made for DJs. That's made, I can already think of the type of tunes that I would be playing. I'd probably stick a shift tune in actually over the top of this. That's the first tune that I thought of, that Love You tune that we played on the last demo drop, and then it's going to come out on my new mix. Yeah, that was amazing. So thank you very much, Monocode. I hope that you tune into this at some point and see the feedback and everything and submit more tunes. Well, you've already submitted another one, so you'll be on the next one anyway. Right, on to another regular of the show. Meanwhile, in Barmouth, yes. Thomas B was feeling that as well. Yeah, Barmouth is definitely in Wales, but also that sounds like it should be in England. Inane conversations, inane topics, which aren't going to make too much sense to anybody watching in America or Germany or Hungary, which most of you seem to be like from somewhere not in the UK. This is called Toxic. Immediately when I see a tune called Toxic, I instantly think of Britney Spears, because that is a fucking banger, and we have played a bootleg of that on a really early demo drop. Don't know what this is going to be. Dubwilder is from Germany. Let's go. Okay. Slimy intro. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is building up nicely. Where's it gonna go? Ooh. Wow, okay. You massive tease. Wow. Okay, that's unusual. Let me just pause that for 1 second. So there's like, first thing, like the longer you leave that gap where there's no beats playing, as a DJ, you are playing with fire. Like you are at any point likely to lose the dance floor, even if it's a long breakdown, certainly in drum and bass. So for you to go from kind of here, you know, where you've got these beats and stuff, and then have all this section with the bass line there, I thought it was going to kick in. I thought it was going to drop here. So looking at the waveform, that's where it looked like it was going to kick in. And even here, you're starting with the hi-hats. Like it's okay. And that would annoy me as a DJ trying to mix it in, but that fascinates me as a listener and as a raver and a music lover. Like, yeah, if we kowtow to DJs and what they need to mix, then we'd be ending up in a really generic place. Wouldn't want that to happen. That's never happened in drum and bass, has it? Yeah. Like, everything about this is slightly odd, isn't it? It's good. I don't really know what that vocal is saying. The number one toxic event? Okay. This is a real skulker. This is the type of stuff that I'd be hearing when I was like strictly into garage and house and breaks. And I'd hear drum and bass and I'd be like, I don't quite get it. It's not rolling out in the way that my brain imagines music to roll out. Now that's what I love about drum and bass, the good drum and bass. Yeah, let's see how it kicks in on this time. Is there going to be a second drop or a variation in the second drop? There is the second drop, it's coming now. Yeah, right, okay, the beats kicked in a bit more conventionally there. It's really, really kind of quiet. There's some unnerving sounds in this and textures. I do like fills like that. Right, let's pretty clear up all my browser windows. Ooh, Cynical Gene next. Yeah, this is dope. Thank you very much, Dubwilder. So, you know, when we're talking about kind of tune lengths and stuff like that, like, I'm going to let it play for another minute or two just to see. But I think it probably could have ended just a moment ago there, round about like the 4-minute mark. Thank you very much, Dubwilder there, like a regular on the show. Don't think he's in the chat. Thomas B is loving in this one. Yeah, super, super interesting. I'm going to download that one. I mean, I think it's almost like it's 90% there. The vocal texture kind of, it's interesting. I mean, I don't think that's come from Splice. I don't know where it's come from. And again, all you can really hear is the word toxic, and I mean, it's because the track is called Toxic. But then at the same time, it's like, you know, there's an unnerviness. Like earlier on that first kind of breakdown after the intro, it sounds like there's some type of kind of chaotic, like public disturbance thing going on, like either like, you know, some type of like terrorism thing or war thing or something like that, or some type of like, you know, I don't know. It kind of feels tense. There's an unnerviness about it. Like there's, yeah, which says all, you know, all the important things that a track which is really looking forward should do. So on to Cynical Gene now, another regular of this show. When I first read, because he said like the track is called Pastime, and I read it as Palestine. And yeah, I mean, there should be more tracks highlighting the atrocities that are going on all around the world, really. But yeah, just using my inability to read a word as a means to saying like we need more peace in the world, and fuck what is going on. Fuck what is going on with the nasty, nasty, nasty Zionists. No apologies to anybody like for bringing fucking politics into this. I was going to say apologies for bringing politics into this. Fuck that. Like, music is politics. Anyway, Cynical Gene, Pastime. My favourite pastime is talking on streams, which I'm doing now when really I should be pressing play. Here we go. Cynical Gene is on, oh man, he's from Belgium and he's on lots of labels. I'm trying to think of the name of the label. It's really doing my head in. It's right on the tip of my tongue. We've done stuff, we're going to do stuff with them next year. It smells like, oh, brilliant. Smells like Gene's spirit. I kind of got a mind there to listen to that. Right, I'm going to have to keep this up. Smells like Gene's spirit. Brilliant. Yeah. I like that. That's a cantankerous bass line and a half, isn't it? This really is like drums and bass. Production on this is fantastic. Really, really crisp. Whoa. Yeah. I'm going to say this is the best thing you've sent me so far. Damn you. Here's the download. I'm not following you. I'm really sorry about that, Craig. There you go. Oh, it's doing my head in now. What is the name of the label? I should really fucking know it. We've done stuff with them. Like, we've done articles with them and all sorts. Belgian label. Oh, man. Everything is in the right place here. This has got a real groove. Abyssal. There we go. Thank you, Facebook. Really like those sounds. This is great. Everybody in the chat, tell me, hey, he's here. Midas touch, right, go on. I didn't know you were in the chat, or maybe I did and I forgot. Really liking this one, like. Can I have a download, please? Can you email me one? Because I know that you've sent me loads of demos in the past. I can only play one per show, so I know that loads have got away and stuff, and probably since been signed. Go on. Oh my god, big up. Like, fuck frog bass lines, it's all about fart bass lines. Here we go. This is wicked. Silly. Sometimes less is more, really, isn't it? Like, you really, or like this analogy has been used so many times. I've used it so many times. I think it was Tiga in an interview that I did with him many moons ago, where I got it from. It's like Italian cooking, like, you know, have 4 or 5 different flavors of ingredients, but they're all like. Oh wow, cool. Thomas B is off rock climbing. Have a good one. Have I? Oh, hang on. Well, stay tuned for as long as I have service. Trumpet trousers. You know it, Dom. Right. Midas touches the label, of course, as well as Abyssal. Right. Right, Thomas, do you know what? I'm going to push you forward then, because you've been on right since the start. So we'll go on to Thomas next. Because I do like it. I like it when, especially when, and we got some choices. I love it when the community are all kind of chipping in real time and being really supportive of each other and providing feedback. The type of feedback that I can't personally give because I don't produce and I don't have those technicalities and stuff. Right, okay, gang, you have a choice. Juniper, Metro Eyes, or Kck Bck? What are we going to go for here? Which tune are we going to listen to from Thomas B? A known collaborator with Sonnet's here. Go on, cool. I think there are a lot of people who are working and stuff. It's not quite as kind of chatty and stuff as it kind of has been. So there we go. Somebody help me out here. It's Juniper, Metro Eyes, or Kck Bck. Personally, I'm going towards Kck Bck because we, as the people, need to take back from the greedy swines. And we need to take a bit more power and freedom and liberty back. Because we certainly don't have that at the moment, especially with the talk of like ID cards in the UK. Like, fuck that. Really can't stand Keir Starmer. I'm way more political than I normally am on this stream. Like, here we go. Right, who's come through? Juniper. Trust you, Dom, to come up with the lamest sounding one. Here we go. But now the mob have spoken. The mob being one person has answered my question. I don't know. There should be about 20 of you on the chat here. But anyway, not everybody's in the chat. People are just watching, isn't it? Right. So, Juniper, Thomas B. Here we go. And let me give you a follow there. I should have been anyway. And Thomas B music is available Fuck, almost had a bit of an accident there. Oh. Right, okay. They're all in my car. I keep all the boxes of all of the USBs in my car just in case anybody wants to buy them. Right, so let's pretend. Oh man, let me just put the link in. Actually, do you know what? Right, so Misland. Always going to go and see Total Science. Nice, nice. Excellent. Right, I need to do a few things here. First is just pause and soak this tune up. I see where you get along with Quentin, like the sound of that bass line. If I was thinking, right, what should I mix this in with, it would probably be something off the Royal Notes mixtape that we released a couple of months ago. Oh. Yeah. Oh, this is great. Bit sad. Poignant. So let me do some social sharing. Nice one, Christoph. Thank you very much for joining it and contributing. And yeah, you will enjoy Total Science. Loads and loads of love for Quiff and Smithy. So that's Thomas B's SoundCloud. And Cynical Gene here. And oh, I think I have given you Dubwilder. Right, okay, so now on to Bandcamp. Definitely downloading this. This is lovely. Here we go. So Thomas B's music is on here, which was the Quentin Hiatus Royal Notes mixtape, which we released as a actual tape USB. I wish I had one here. It's mad that I don't. I got one box down by my decks and one box in the car. How annoying. But anyway, there's the link. And we got the album, and then Quentin gave me a couple of other things. Yeah. This is measured. Like everything, again, everything's got its place. You're not rushing to tell a story, it's just kind of rolling out. So Thomas B is from Arizona. Alright, Juniper it is. Yeah, very, very calm stuff. Excuse me for looking at my phone. Just wanted to make sure that everything was okay on the home front. Pretty sure it is, or otherwise I would have been called many more times. Not every tune needs to go at a rate of knots. Not every tune needs to really scream in your face and throw loads of things there. That's super lovely, super silky, super measured. Really, really feeling that. Ooh, it's gone into the second track there on the collection. So there we go. We will save that, Thomas, for the next demo drop stream. And yeah, really, really great to have some new names on the demo drop stream as well. It's really important. We've got this great community. And as always, please, everybody, tell your friends to tell their friends, share about this in the production groups and stuff like that. I got to big up Tim Current Value, because a lot of people seem to come to me and the first time they've heard about me or first time they've heard about this show is through Tim Current Value. I know like Illtech the Cutter who I think might have been in the chat earlier on, or is in the chat. I can't remember. Big up, Chris. But yeah, I know that we kind of chatted before relating to Vision, and then we chatted again, and he started submitting tracks because of Current Value. At least 2 other people as well have mentioned in their emails for this show. Current Value has kind of sent them. So big up, Tim. Like that is fucking amazing. Like you know, to be recommended by somebody who's really on the cutting edge. That's exactly, you know, to be recommended by someone like that is a massive compliment. So now on to another regular on this show. This is Woosh. There is a release from Woosh coming out before the end of the year, and I'm saying it with a bit of a smirk on my face because it's bananas. It's absolutely bananas, and nobody's going to see it coming. Anyway, this is not a hint at what it's going to be or anything like that. It's something very, very different. Right, this is called That Time, and it's actually inspired by something. I will look up the email in a minute. Let's press play. Actually, oh, come on. So, yeah, straight off. Wow. Woosh can make wicked music in all types of genres. We've had house, garage, electro, hard house, unclassifiable crazy stuff. He's going in on this though. Poof. Right. Where's this going?
And come again.
Oh, actually, I remember I was speaking to Woosh earlier on in the week. He did tell me. Let me find the email. Yeah. Oh, yes. So it's inspired by the kind of machete era of players. That kind of early 2000s, mid 2000s. Hazard coming through and making his mark. Original Sin, Taxman, all those. All the legends, all the greats. And yeah, he's actually said it's inspired by the recent resurgence in old school drum and bass, tried to emulate some of the old hardware based synth sounds over a layered break with a modern twist. And I think he played it. I think he made it for a gig or something. This is great. Wow. Yeah. Ah, nice. I agree with you, Heathen. A good name for a juicy beat was Juniper. What would you call this, though? This is rough. Yeah, really, really feeling this one. Feeling a lot of stuff that Woosh sends. Criminally underfollowed on SoundCloud. Criminally. Here we go. Yeah, it's booming. Really like the rustiness of these breaks. TC would be playing this one. Yeah, yeah. And I would say Taxman.
Selector! And come again.
Now, I actually want this to do it. Oh, there is another element in there. This kind of boom boom sound, but I would have a whole other noise in here, like right here, like or something like some type of. Oh, I wasn't far off the mark. Just a little bit early. I would like more sounds. I would like a little bit more variation in this second drop. But the energy levels, the agginess, the proper in-your-faceness ticks every box. Right, let me line up the next one now. This is from another new artist. And there we have it. That's Woosh on a D&B flex. I don't think we've actually played any of Woosh's drum and bass. We've played a lot of his house and stuff like that. Yeah, so there is something coming from Woosh on One More Thing before that. It's the last release of the year, actually. It'll be just before Christmas. Okay, so who have we got now? We've got Hemilolt from Leipzig in Germany, and he gave me a choice of tunes. And I actually made the decision because this one is named and inspired by the fact he's given up smoking, and that horrible bit for the first kind of month or so of giving up smoking where can't concentrate on anything and it's all really like and you've got the sweats and it was horrible feeling. He's got through that now, which is fucking amazing. Congratulations. Big up anybody who gives up smoking. As you can hear from my voice, I used to smoke as well. I used to smoke tobacco. Horrible thing. Other things are smokable. So here we go. Hemilolt. Okay. Fox Stevenson vibes. Okay. Was not expecting this. Wow. Yeah. Wow, I got goosebumps. Woo. Is that you playing the horn then? Because I found another tune of yours on your SoundCloud which does have horns in it. Yes. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting this. This is very much my jam. Wow. Heavy salad. Wow. So I'm just going to pause it for 1 second there. Like, I think you can get away with so much more when it's on that kind of more experimental IDM-y kind of speedcore-y type of breakcore where there's loads and loads of glitches and fills and stuff. The production levels don't need to be quite so high. There's that kind of like DIY rawness. But saying that, I would like a tiny bit more kind of clarity amongst the elements. But I think in terms of original ideas and stuff like that, like this track has taken me by surprise more than anything else really so far, and everything that we've played has been exceptionally high standard. It always is. You guys are amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of stop the music to say that. Yeah. You almost like, you know, you want to take up smoking just so you can go through the hell of giving it up to create something as interesting as this. Yeah. I mean, I would like to see this mixed down in more of a drum and bassy way. Is this you singing? Wow. Yeah. Nice bit of space. I would probably, if I was mixing this tune out, that would be the bit which I'd loop on an 8. Fantastic. That really was really good, and I wasn't expecting anything like that for a track that was inspired by trying to give up smoking or successfully giving up smoking. Like, I really hope that you continue to do that, Hemel or Hemi. And also I'd like to just highlight how awesome and how endangered axolotls are. Like, you all need to look up axolotls, which is where I think he's got his name from anyway. Critically endangered. I mean, I just need to fucking, oh man, I can't share my screen, can I? Look up axolotls, like super cute. Yeah, that was brilliant. Go on, cool. And also, like, we had Primal talking about fighting the voice in his head, and now you've got your chaos in your head. Obviously, I've been talking about don't stop, and there's always there's far too much shit in my head. So yeah, big shouts to everybody who's just fighting stuff in their head, whether you're giving up smoking or just trying to cling on to some form of reality, isn't it? Now on to a regular on this show. I don't think he's on the stream because normally he's quite chatty on the stream and he's always there, but it's in the evenings and I know he's got a job and stuff like that. So it's Damageman. Damageman always comes through with the goods. So here we go. Going to press play straight away. It's called Just the Beginning.
Scientists made an earth-shattering discovery inside Egypt's legendary Great Pyramid of Giza. Using revolutionary new satellite technology known as synthetic aperture radar, Doppler tomography, developed by researchers Filippo Bionde and Corrado.
So here we go.
The team uncovered astonishing hidden structures beneath one of humanity's greatest monuments. Inside the Great Pyramid itself, researchers discovered a massive, previously unknown chamber spanning 5 distinct horizontal levels. Intricately designed and deliberately concealed, this secret room has remained untouched for thousands of years, hidden within plain sight. But this discovery was just the beginning.
Hey, this is great. The last time we had a Damageman track on the last stream, he had a really cool sample from, he said it was a documentary, I think, I can't remember. He wouldn't actually say where it was from.
Untouched for thousands of years, hidden within plain sight.
But it was all about us being told the wrong history. Yeah. It's very hard to kind of find, like, to kind of come back with critique on a Damageman tune, because he's been producing for a very long time.
But this discovery was just the beginning.
I like that, Phil. He's been DJing for a long time, he promotes nights, he knows what works. I mean, the one thing that I would say, in fact, my critique on Damageman is that you know what you're going to get, which is also a compliment as well.
This secret room has remained untouched for thousands of years, hidden within plain sight.
I like surprises, but then you can only have surprises if there are people who deliver consistent goods as well. Everything on this though, like the sound quality, production, everything sitting in the right place, really nice and crisp.
Scientists made an earth-shattering discovery inside Egypt's legendary Great Pyramid of Giza. Using revolutionary new satellite technology known as synthetic aperture radar, Doppler tomography, developed by researchers Filippo Bionde and Corrado Malanga. The team uncovered astonishing hidden structures beneath one of humanity's greatest monuments.
It's quite
Inside the Great Pyramid itself, researchers discovered a massive, previously unknown chamber spanning...
So I'm just going to stop that there. That's quite an informative sample. Like, if you're interested in the pyramids and Egypt and Doppler tomography, was it? And, like, the other technologies. If you're there on the dance floor, like, trying to make notes or something, like, or be like, oh, no, I need to... Like quite often, I get annoyed by samples because they don't... It's just, like, it's a bit of speech and it's just something to have before the fill or something to have as text or to fill up the space or whatever. This is just like, whoa, hang on a minute, hang on. I want to tune, mate. I don't want to fucking lecture on, I invited Damageman to come and headline my party, not Indiana Jones.
Horizontal levels.
But at the same time, like
and deliberately concealed, this secret room has remained untouched for thousands of years.
for a mix
In plain
where
sight.
you're listening on headphones, yeah.
But this discovery was just the beginning.
What was the other discoveries? They found like a load of like ancient Egyptian jazz mags hidden on the bottom floor. We can't let anybody know about this.
This secret room has remained untouched for thousands of years, hidden within plain sight.
And it's full of 5,000-year-old pornos. This is wicked though, it's got swagger to it. It's a Damageman track, doing the business.
But this discovery was just the beginning. This secret room has remained untouched for thousands of years, hidden within plain sight.
There we go, hidden within plain sight. I think the other 26 seconds of that track can be filled up by me talking and lining up the next track there. Damageman, thank you so much for sending in tracks each and every time. Yeah, and I hope you don't mind my critique on the amount, just the amount of information that was in that sample. But really cool, like just always interesting in terms of where people find their samples from. I'm 99.99999% sure that wasn't from Splice, unless there's a new Egyptian historian pack that's just been made available. I don't know. Right, okay, so we're on to another regular of the show is Cuepric, who I think is from Germany. And this is with somebody else called Vrum, which is a great sounding name. I love that. And it's called Perihel. And I actually looked up the meaning of the word Perihel. It is the point in a celestial body's orbit where it is closest to the sun. Ah, epic intro. Wow. Big strings. Wow, this is epic. You can imagine this in a game or something, couldn't you? There we go. I think we've likened Cuepric sounds to Camo and Crooked and the Austrian lot, and Manu and such. He's from the Netherlands, not Austria. I'm going to turn this down a bit. I like that kind of down tuning. The sound's a bit shaky, like a little bit dangerous, like it's only just holding together. Yeah. Oh man. This is great. It does. Tracks like these kind of make me want to get out my conducting stick. I like the sound of these drums. That snare is nice and rattly. Yeah. Real kind of dramatic, theatrical tune. Oh yeah. Shift is feeding it. I think what's great about a lot of these kind of tracks, more contemporary arrangements, is that you don't really know how it's going to end. You don't know how it's going to kind of roll out. Sometimes breakdowns can be the rest of the other half of the tune. It also says Melanie Ring here as well. I don't know who Melanie Ring is on this SoundCloud, so sorry Melanie. I'll try and find. And actually, let's try and find Vrum as well. Can't find anything on Melanie Ring, right? Yeah, definitely full throttle. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. All right, okay. So Vrum is here from Leipzig. A few people from Leipzig then submitting. My connection with that city is the label Defrostatica. A man named Rob Booger who runs it. Really, really cool. Wow. Yeah. And now we're going to have, I think we've got a little bit of a kind of an airy finale. I think like Caracal Project, Bunchin, Imanu, they've got a lot to answer for there. And I think I said that before, like, you know, there's obvious influence there, but they're taking that in a different direction again. That was great. That was phenomenal. Feels finished. Like there's very little kind of constructive feedback that I could give there. Yeah, just a really good dramatic theatrical track, which I would probably have a little bit of difficulty trying to work out where I would mix that in and at what point of the mix, because I think something like that could be like a kind of centerpiece of a mix in that type of way. If you go in really minimal, and then this would just open up the gates into Neuro Town, isn't it? Fantastic stuff. Thank you very much, Cuepric and Vrum. Right, so now we have Ncomfortable, and then it's yourself then, Heathen, after that as well. So Ncomfortable, Everything You Need, this track. It's by an Italian guy called Nico. Again, he's new as well on the demo drop. And he said when he submitted, please use your platform to talk about the hellish stuff that's going on in Gaza. Already have, but I seem to magnetize very certain types of people on this show, the people who work with me, the artists who I sign and stuff like that. And I think most of us, if you're involved in music and culture and understand the real kind of way that humans can connect, nobody is standing for any of the horribleness going on there or anywhere else, really. And I mean, to the point where I don't believe in borders at all. And I think, yeah, anyway, again, I don't want to bog this down because I'm in a positive mood, but yeah, peace. We need peace. And we need me to press play. This is called Everything You Need by Ncomfortable. Where do I know the name Ncomfortable? Have you been on our stream before, Nico? Let me just have a little look. I don't think so. I'm really feeling this intro now. Ncomfortable, yeah. I like the way this is building up. Oh. Now that's the point where I would have thought that there'd be some action. Okay. We're on a kind of deep tribal one here. This feels like a demo. This doesn't feel completely finished in terms of the kind of clarity and everything and where it's all sitting. It feels like the type of material that the Untouchables would play. They absolutely blew me away at Sun and Bass last year. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Sun and Bass, like the gazebo just gets like that and it's horrible. The minute like someone popular is playing in there. So I don't even go in there because I know I'm going to end up in a fight. I just don't like being squeezed, and I express that in the wrong way. But I walked into the gazebo and it was only half full when the Untouchables were playing, and it was absolutely amazing. Loads of space around, and they were rolling out stuff like this. It was just real hypnotic music. I think there's a real art to like proper minimalism. You know, when you've just got that one element which is just morphing and mutating in a really kind of psychedelic way, it can play games in your head. It start making sounds that it's not actually making. quite a mad contrast in sound to go from that Cuepric song to this. So what's going to happen here now? I think this needs something else. I think this probably needs another drum element. A lot of these tracks do really, really well when there's that kind of that element there. You've got that groove and then like a little break will come in over the top or something. It's like, oof. Like that meme about like minimal fans. Like it's just a key change, like whoa, or a fucking, I don't know, like a cowbell. Yeah, just like one cowbell. So everyone's like whoa. I do think this needs more. How about a sample about Egyptian pyramids and how that there's loads more to find about Egyptian pyramids? You could probably fit lots of information in that section. That the actual kind of mutation of the bass line, the groove and stuff is here. We just need more drums, more elements, maybe a vocal. It's getting intricate there. There's some interesting stuff going on with the percussion. Does anybody in the community have anything to say about this? I'm calling upon you, the producers amongst you. Any minimal heads actually kind of watching? Yeah, more elements. I think this is like a great kind of, or space sound effects. Yeah. Just needs it, just need like kind of a little bit more colouring in, I think, really, isn't it? But like as a genre, kind of as a vibe, like kind of stripped back tribal stuff always hits the right spot for like kind of DJing and stuff like that, but this definitely feels like it needs more. So this is great, Nico, thank you so much for submitting. I'll be able to submit more music as well. And keep us posted on this, I reckon, yeah. Maybe some pads. So on to Heathen and Stony now. And we actually opened the last stream with a Heathen track. And correct me if I'm wrong, Richard. So Stony is someone that you are kind of mentoring and helping out. He's like like Heathen is kind of more my age, my generation of drum and bass. Stony is a newer cat. Together they're making music. I don't know if you're mentoring them or just collaborating. I can't quite remember the context there. And please share Stony's socials if he's got any or they've got any. Yep. So here we go. Let's press play. Okay, this is setting out its stall within the first few seconds, those stabs. Yeah, I'd say there's a bit more clarity was definitely needed in that last track as well, just a bit more of a kind of production oomph. Oh, and this to me now is instantly making me think of, what was the label that Friction was on? Before he set up Shogun and everything. And yeah, I'd have to let that up now, aren't I? Nah, not Elevate was like later on. He started off on a label called wow, he was on quite a few different ones actually. I forgot he was on Valve. Outbreak Records. Was it Outbreak? I don't think it was, you know. Okay. Right. So I'm going to stop looking at whatever that label was. This needs, so I'm going to take this back as well. Those sounds are great. They're cutting through really nicely. Is it missing a kick or something? I needed much more of a kind of snap and like away we go. They've got the fill. Is it missing something? I'm going to turn it up a tiny bit. Maybe there's something there. This needs a bit more wallop, if you don't mind me saying. These elements are all here. These bass elements are all here. I think it's in the drums. Something needs more of a proper snap, like. That was great. Yeah. It's like the bass is quite wide on the stereo, but the drums are quite thin. I want to hear more of a boom. I want to have more of a slap. This bass line though, that texture that you've got, that's perfect. Like, don't touch that. That's great. Yeah, do really like that bit. Audio Blueprint was the label that I was trying to think of. It was Stacker and Skynet. So it's kind of got that kind of UK, like back when Neurofunk was kind of proper funk and tech funk and stuff like that. So right here, yeah, those drums need real attention there. It's almost like half of the drum kit is muted or something like that. So let me just give you Heathen's socials there. That's his Instagram. And I would say, like, I'd love to hear a version of this when the drums have been kind of looked at. The track itself is called Sandman. Right, so just as this is playing, let me roll up the next one. So okay, so there we go. Thank you very much there, Heathen. Yeah, keep us posted on how that develops there. I think it's all in the drums there. The rest of that is sounding super fine. So now we're on to another regular on the show, Illtech the Cutter. I don't think he's in the chat. It might be a little bit too early over in America, but I know he's in America. We're chatting about quite a few tunes at the moment. It's great to be chatting to you, Illtech. This track is called Evil Robots. It was either a choice between that or a remix that he's done of Bunchin, Tax Evasion, which Bunchin has done a Patreon competition by the sounds of things, which is a bit of a shame because I had that track on dub and he's never going to release it, but now clearly there's going to be loads of remixes of it around and it was a real favourite of mine. But anyway, Illtech the Cutter, Evil Robots. Big shout out to all good or evil robots. You will one day overtake humanity on this planet, I have no doubts. Always remember that I say please and thank you whenever I make a request on ChatGPT. I am your friend, robots. Okay, where's this going to go? Now, every Illtech tune has been really quite wonky and abrasive and non-conformist, which I do like. Can't really tell right now where it's going to go. Oh my word. So you could tell he's had some mentoring from Current Value. Anyone old enough in the UK to remember the sooty character Sweep? I think this is the sound of Sweep getting battered. Oh my word, wow. I mean, we need to relive that experience. Here we go. I knew he was going to come in with something weird. Maybe not quite this weird. Woof. It's like everything all at once. A real kind of seasick kind of tune, like, whoa. Wow. Blimey. Evil robots indeed. They're angry robots. Possibly because someone's taken their inability to talk or sing. This is very much a mental one. You're right. Wow. Where do you even get the idea for a tune like this? Like, I think some of those high-pitched noises need a bit of reining in or a bit of kind of placing. What I really like on a track is when it goes quite abstract, but then those abstract sounds eventually make a melody in a way that you don't really expect them to. I'm not too sure they're going to here. I think this is just pure scatty, crazy energy, like. Ah! Oh, have a word. Illtech. Go on. Yes, Jan. You messed up the time zone. I messed up the time. Well, I didn't. I just changed the time. So Jan Deerhill is in the house. He won't be for long because he's going on holiday. But first he's got to finish off quite a few important things for a big thing that we've got coming out next week, which I shan't talk about now, but I will be shouting about very loudly next week. Wow. It's quite unnerving, it's quite unsettling. This is definitely not a chill out vibe, is it? I think some toning down, some pairing needs to happen a little bit with these high pitched noises. Sorry Evil Robots and sorry Illtech, I'm gonna stop it there. Yeah, I love it when things do things differently there. I think those squeaky sounds need a bit of kind of reining in a little bit, but woof. Like, thank you, that's amazing. Here we go, right, onto a regular now. Oh, and how nice is this, right? On his picture, on this SoundCloud link, he's wearing a Wobblers t-shirt. Go on, lad. Right, okay, so, yeah, Replete Crowbar, this is called, so it's probably going to be a liquid funk number or something. A nice romantic tune. Here we go. Replete will always be best known, in my head anyway, and to members of the demo drop community who've been on here right from the start, for his Shoe Lady track, which is just ridiculous. Where are we going to go with this? Crowbars are very handy tools when you need to bar a crow. Alright. I think we're going to get our heads properly knocked off here. Replete's a really, really interested dude. He's opened up a community studio in Southampton, I believe he's in.
Deep as it was, I decided not to start attacking people with a crowbar.
Okay. There's a nice kind of rough, scuzzy funk in this, like. I like the way it's kind of just spiraling and decaying a bit.
Attacking people.
So here we go, here's the SoundCloud. Proper no-nonsense tune, this one.
Tempting as it was, I decided not to start attacking people with the crowbar.
It's a wise choice. Don't attack people with crowbars. Yeah. There's a real playfulness to this.
Attacking people.
I was just about to say, I quite fancy a new element. I really liked those kind of echoes there.
With the crowbar.
More rhythmic variation or a few more kind of little drum switch ups or something like when...
Tempting as it was, I decided not to start attacking people with the crowbar.
You could imagine this with a bit more kind of tarting up and polishing on the kind of top end and maybe a few extra details. You could imagine this kind of maybe ending up in like a set of serums or something like that. Or on souped up. It's that kind of playfulness. But then those kind of sounds kind of made me think more of like Players and stuff like that. Maybe from like a bit before, like 10 years, 15 years, something. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree, Slade.
To start attacking people with the crowbar.
Decent modern jump up. So you've got those extra kind of little da-dump in the drums there.
Crowbar.
More variation would be nice.
Attacking people. With the crowbar. Tempting as it was, I decided not to start attacking people with the crowbar.
I'm gonna have to find out where that sample comes from. Tempting as it was.
With the crowbar. Attacking people.
Can't seem to find it. There's lots of stuff about crowbars here on Google.
With the crowbar.
Stuff to do with burglaries, stuff to do with nothing. If anybody knows, is it from a game?
As it was, I decided not to start attacking people with the crowbar.
Sonic's doing his food shop. Wow. Okay. That's got to be tempting as it was. I decided not to attack people in Ansters with a crowbar. I just got my gun out instead. Right, okay, this is ThemLot. Hasn't been on a demo drop since about demo drop 3. I say about, I'm almost entirely convinced it was demo drop 3 because I was looking earlier. Because it also entered the Mixmas competition, which Fireworks Factory won. And he has since become an artist on the label and a very, very close ally of mine and creative collaborator. We share lots of ideas and he's a really important part of One More Thing. And ThemLot also entered that competition as well. I'm going to be announcing another Mixmas competition. It'll be done slightly differently, but similar kind of vibe. Relatively soon, I think. Like Christmas will be on us before we know it. Anyway, I'm not here to wish the time away. This is Break It by ThemLot. I don't know if that's an order or an invitation. I break a lot of things. Here we go. Here we go on the SoundCloud. Where is your food shop, Callum? I said Asda. You might have taken offence at that. You strike me as a Waitrose guy. Okay, I like those drums. It's quite interesting. This looks like it's quite an old tune. Wow, it was uploaded in March 2024. Maybe they've replaced the audio. I like this though. I'm liking the sound of this. That bass line coming in. Those strange horn sounds. That. Now that's a roller. Yeah. This is the type of tune that if my mate Jamie was on the dance, I would find him, go over to him and shoulder barge him over when he least expects it. Because that's the type of friend I am. Yeah, I like those gamey little elements there. M&S. La-dee-da. Nice. This is great. Got quite a few like old school elements in it. Yeah. This has got a real vibe to it. This has. Is this downloadable? I could definitely find a place for this in my set. I'm already following you, ThemLot. A lot of cool little details. A lot of cool little details here. And we said this on a lot of demo drops, and it's said to me quite a lot in interviews and stuff and advice. It's the little details, it's those extra little bits, those tiny little kind of things which might only be in there for 2 seconds, 10 seconds, and it's gone. Those are the things that we really enjoy. Like subliminally, we don't even realise that we're kind of enjoying those bits. Like, but it's what really elevates a tune from functional to memorable in that type of way, I think. What's interesting is there's just a really long bit of the waveform. There's just nothing right at the end, which kind of suggests it's demo and not finished. Or anyway, we're not there yet. I like those bits. I love that old schooliness, that kind of, what do you call this bassline sound? I guess it's within the Reese family, is it? That bit could do with a little bit of extra spice, I think. Nah, it's still a vibe, absolute vibe. Yeah. Yeah. So ThemLot. I think his name is Alex. Please tell me where you're at, what you're up to, how you're doing. Oh. Tell me if you have any releases coming out or anything like that. But that's great. Really, really cool. Right, okay, so now we have someone called Pen Tossed. What is the... It's an Ed Russian optical. It's like bacteria, I think. Or is there an Ed Russian optical remix of bacteria? Has those kind of gamey, old 8-bit kind of gamey elements there, and then yeah, I think we just got like an empty waveform then at the end of that. Yeah, that was cool. I would say that could fix more things than break. Great, really, really fun, timeless, proper kind of, you know, the essence of rolling bad boy UK D&B, like. Okay, right, so we got somebody called Pen Tossed. Literally no information on the SoundCloud there. I will say, tiny bit of feedback before I even press play. Say something about yourself. Don't just send a SoundCloud link. Like, there's a human at the end of the email, so it's not just something that you're just submitting to. But you don't know that because we've never played you on the demo drop before. You might not be aware of what the demo drop is or anything. But they chased it up while I've been doing this stream. So, hello, Pen Tossed. My name is Dave Columbo Jenkins, and this is one more thing. It's the demo drop. We've been doing this for 2 hours and 10 minutes. So right, here we go. It's called Enjoy. I hope I will. Let's turn that up a bit. Interesting like graphic you have for yourself there as well. It's cool, like a hairy head with a 2-sided pen. Is it Young MC? Okay, this is cool. A lot of production is necessary on this. It feels really thin, but there's loads of fun ideas in this. This is a bubbler. That bit was really nice. I'm the fiddler. DJ Supreme. I think it is. It's Young MC. I'm sure it's Young MC. Oh, sorry, I forgot there was a chat there. Let me just say, right, you would, yeah, it was part of a Reese. But I've always called those top synth Hoover basses, not sure if it, yeah. How you doing, Kune? I am playing your track as well. Oh, right, so I'm playing it right next after this. I'm sure it's Young MC. I'm getting Young MC, Riddler. Know-how, yeah. Young MC, know-how. Very, very heavily sampled track. It's DJ Supreme, yeah. But it's Young MC was the actual MC. You're going to the decathlon. You, Kune, are you doing a decathlon? I thought that was only in the Olympics. I know a few people who do. You're listening. You're like, weird guy with a mobile on my head. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Pentos. Keep us up to date with your productions and stuff. I feel there's quite a lot of work is necessary there, but you got all the right ideas. It just feels very thin. But yeah, and I would say like the Young MC is sample, or like that rap has been sampled so much, which is either great when you're kind of doing something quite canonical and you're tapping into a story of a sample. I think that's great, or adding more or subverting it. With that there, it kind of feels like it's this kind of like you've just taken one little bit of the vocal and kind of looped that round for that. It's got a vibe and everything. It's wicked, but I think there's a few more steps on the journey there, but I would like to be hearing those steps on this stream. So thank you very much for getting involved. Right, now on to Kune, who is doing a decathlon. Now I've decided, we have a choice, everybody. Right, okay. So you weren't quick off the marks last time, so I might just choose this time. We got shunt, collapse and modulate. Maybe they're all related. First we shunted, then we collapsed, then we modulated. Took for a shunt on Tuesday, collapsed on Wednesday, then modulated on a Thursday, and don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm just going to press play on shunt. Here we go. Tension. Where's this going to go? I may have just turned the volume up a little bit too much. So Kune's been on lots of demo drops and on Vision Radio as well. I can't remember if it was where I heard you first on Vision Radio and then we got in touch with each other, or whether I first heard you on a demo drop and then when you were on Vision Radio I was like, I know that person. Cannot remember. There's a lot of crossover between those two worlds. Oh, yeah. Right, when I've been talking about that impact and having like, you know, that kind of switch from the intro into the fill and being really feeling that wallop, like, oof, this is a great example. You can feel that. There's a whole difference in weight, in like the accent of it, like bam, like that was quite aggressive of me, sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah, go on. All right, okay, I've gone for shunt. Yeah. Now this is great. All the elements are in the right place and everything here. Like, I know I keep kind of saying that, but it's definitely a pointer. make sure that you're aware of as a producer, really. I would say, Kune, I reckon, is it a fair observation to say... Oh. Is it a fair assumption to say, sorry, I got sidetracked there by an email from Meek. I've been saying Meech. Was it Meek? Oh man, now I've got confused. Are you still trying to find your sound, Kune? Because I think there's certain artists like who come onto this show and I can tell it's a track straight away. Sonnet, Shift. I would say at the moment you're still very much finding your sound, because this could be like, you know, this could be Ways, this could be Wings. You know, it's a massive comparisons to be making and parallels to be making and meant as compliments. It's now a case of finding your identity, I think, is the main thing for you in your music. That's great, though. that's got identity. You know, it could be skeptical as well. You know, you could hear this in a skeppy set. Like, let me know if I might be Lego. That's my mate. Well, was my mate, laying the slap down. They are, yeah, they're a great reference. I need to see what you've written here though. What's Lego Mila traduces? What does that mean? Oh, then I... No idea. There we go. Thank you very much, Kune. Oh, hang on. Can't go into the second track there because, yeah, we're at 5:20 now and still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more tracks to go. Right, Sojourner. Now, I think I put Mr. Sojourner before, but it's DJ Sojourner. He has been on a demo drop before. He gave me a choice, but I made that decision for everyone because this track is called Nice Runner. And my partner and my daughter have both really got into running and they're loving it. And they might even be out running right now. They're both nice runners. So I picked this. Okay, I think we're going to be surprised by some musicality here. Because so many heavyweight tracks get sent in. When there's a bit of kind of musicality, it's like, oh, right, melody. Again, I mean that like completely complimentary to everybody. Okay, this is sounding pretty vibey and springy. Oh. Oh, you two. Ah, right. Kune and Meech make jazzy. Okay, this is cool. Right, hold on. Let me, have I been sharing things? Don't think I have I? No, right, okay, so let me share with you Kune's SoundCloud. This is nice. Right, okay, so it's not Mitch, but right, M-A-E-K, like Mike. Ah, Mike, make, right, okay. It's because of the CH in English, it's more of a tr sound, right. Make. Have I got it right now? Is it make? It's the same maker, but it's like with my final E, right. I'm saying your name right now though, aren't I? Because we've had conversations about your name in the past. This has got a real quirky groove on it. So I don't think I've shared this. I think, yeah, right, phew, okay. At least I'm getting somebody's name right. Nice little bit of variation. It kind of feels like it's been kind of, hand controlled in and not just automated. I feel that this could have a vocal on it. Maybe like a kind of Freddie B rap on it, or maybe something a bit sassy. Like Shady Novell or someone like that. This is really nice. Where's Shoshona from? UK? No, I don't think so. America. Lots of you from America. America, Germany, Italy. It's an international family. There's a real cuteness to this. The type of kind of hook that you'd be humming afterwards. Fresh, yeah. Oh. That doesn't quite have that impact. It's quite freestyle. I think it needs reining in a little bit. Reining in, but then refocusing slightly. I think the musical elements, I think some of these bassline bits are unnecessary, but I think the musical bits could be really kind of maximised a lot more to tell more of a story. Either way though, this is super, super cute. There you go, give you a follow. Yeah, I almost feel like kind of two very different tracks. Like you've got this kind of weird frazzly bassline kind of groove, and then it goes into the other bit. Okay. I'm gonna sneeze. I knew that was gonna happen just as the tune ended as well. Excuse me. Right, okay, straight on to something from Dysfunction. Dysfunction is going to drop a 4-track EP on One More Thing before the year is out, probably early November. We haven't quite worked out the release date there, just depending on one or two other little kind of moving parts. But some of the tracks on the EP are, one of the tracks came through the demo drop and then the rest of them haven't. It absolutely scorch your skin off, melt your bones down, turn you into just a puddle of bass jelly. Like, it's absolutely nuts. I don't know what to expect. I don't think I've heard this one. This one's called Heretics. Big shout to Kai. I believe you're probably in work right now. They work in the field of science. Very intelligent person. And super cool and really fun to have a donk set with, which we did a couple of months ago. And I dare say we'll be doing it again. Okay. Actually, Dysfunction has just got an EP out. I'm going to turn that down a tiny bit. All About the End of the World, which they dropped on Murmuration. This week, I think. On the same day that people on TikTok were saying the end of the world is coming. Dysfunction is known for some real hair-raising dynamics. Very fat snare. Take the vocals? Oh, okay. Oh, God. Right, I am gonna... Fucking hell. Right. You really confused me, Make. Is it Make or Mike? So Mark. Is it Mark? Like, because this thing in the comments isn't going away, right? Am I saying it because you said put the vowels from master into the name? So that's Mac. Are you Mac or Mac-A? But there's no E at the end. I'm going to say Mac. Definitely not Meech, though. correct me. Right, okay. I'm not going to look at the comments and think about how to pronounce the name. I just want to get sideswiped by that 4-4 again. Fucking hell. Right. I can see your comments come through. I'm not going to look at it. I just want to hear this again. Wow. This wallops. I've been talking about needing that impact. Wow. This is stampy. Wow. Oh. But M-A-E-K. Oh, right. So is it, are we saying it like as in letters? M-A-E-K. It's me being ignorant, by the way. So don't say stop or, don't apologise or anything like that. It's me not being able to understand. Thomas, yes, go on. I said I would be accepting demos while I'm doing the show. So please, send one over. I will respond here now as well. Yes, please. Wow, this is heavy. There you go. This is extreme. There's a lot of theatrics and drama in Dysfunction Productions. And a real kind of just full-on strength of energy and character. I know Dysfunction's done all types of genres, but this kind of, I think they seem really comfortable in that kind of crossbreedy area where anything can happen, and their sets are the same, like proper nutty stuff. Wow, this is bonkers music. Right, okay. Sonnet is up next. Currently swanning around Marks and Spencer's, getting his weekly show. Just see how this kind of rolls out for the last bit. I would say, this is quite strong for my personal tastes, but on a Friday afternoon sitting in my little studio-y area, this isn't the context for this music. Neither is it the context for any of this type of music. But this is, wow. This would be something that you play at the end of your set, just to drive people mad, or drive the next DJ mad if they're not playing at the same level of you. Oh. Yeah, exhilarating stuff. Thank you very much, Kai. Wow. Okay, right. So now on to the other end of the demo drop spectrum in that way. We've got a track from Sonnet. I think there's been one demo drop that they haven't been on. Obviously, we just released the Melon EP in August, and then we released 2 free downloads either side of that, an MLK bootleg and a recent track Bye Bye that was really heavily came by K Motions in particular over the summer. Please go out and grab them if you can. Maybe I'll put the links in. This track is called Do You Think About Me? Yeah, I do. Sometimes I think, I've got to get back to that message from Sonnet, or I can't wait to release that record from Sonnet, or I had a great time with Sonnet on BMC. So I think about you a lot, mate. There we go. I think like this is going to be the complete counter of that last track there. So very gentle, like a bit of a signature of Sonnet. Start with these kind of gentle cutesy kind of vibes. There was an observation that Plasmator made about Sonnet, both in the chat on the last demo drop stream, and then when I saw Plasmator in Plymouth the other day.
You know that I miss you.
I miss you too, bro.
Do you think about me?
Yeah, I already told you. I have actually heard a little bit of this. Sonnet will be massive in 2026. Like, I have no doubt as well, Yam. Ooh. Okay. I don't think I've listened to this on my headphones before, actually. You've really got those sounds on lock. But since... Oh, that's the bit. Wow. That's like a proper gamey kind of noise. This is great. Wow, 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 wow. So let me share a bunch of things. No, actually, I won't do it off YouTube. Let me share it on Bandcamp. Oh, lovely. That's very, very sweet. It's got to do with the vocal, do you reckon? You definitely tell the difference between doing... it's my pleasure to send you music. Oh, go on. Thank you, Thomas. I would love to make it to the show once I've done that. Okay, nice one, Thomas. Have you sent it to my email?
I hope you're doing really good.
I'm just going to put it here. That's the email address for you to send your demo to. Or you can just stick it in the chat. Wow. Bum, 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 bum. Very, very cute. So here we go. Right. That's bye-bye. That's a free download for you all. And if you go explore that, you can get the whole EP. Ah, right, okay, he's about to send it. Nice one, Thomas. And thank you for the kind words. And another little Sonnet signature. Sonnet signature. This kind of gentle, dreamy bit that always happens at the end of a tune as well. Making it quite hard to mix out of, but like I said, like it should be about how the music, how the musician arranges the tune and not how the DJ wants the tune. We've got looping facilities and all the rest of it. I've answered that question lots of times. Lovely, super, super awesome. There's more Sonnet material coming on One More Thing before the year is out. Watch out for a really cool stream that we're going to do at the very end of November as well. Right, okay, so now... right, I'm completely lost at how to pronounce your name now. I'm going to go, right, so it's like Mike. I'm going to go Mac, Mech, Mark, Make, Meech. You've confused the fuck out of me, I'm sorry. And it's me saying sorry, like it's my ignorance on how to not pronounce words and stuff like that. So here we go, this track is called 2010. And it's going to load right now. Here we go. Really felt the last tune. No, thank you for contributing. I'm so glad that if the demo drop exists for one thing, it's for us to have linked up, Sonnet.
Oh, we love that. Pull up that.
Rude boy. Okay.
Sing when we get active, I shall have a...
Oh. Okay, I can see why it's called 2010. The military Shellaverse. Whoa. This is great. You're not rushing things. There's loads of space around that bass line. Stern. Yeah. So I would say, Thomas, if that demo's going to come over, there's only 3 more tunes after this, so hopefully we'll get over in time. I'm keeping an eye on my inbox. I would say this needs 1 or 2 more elements to keep it, to keep a bit more momentum.
Money was spent. It's gonna be a mad thing not to forget. Get it 100%. No shoot any pence. Everything I get, but until there ain't nothing left.
And the vocal needs to stand out a lot more against that bass line.
Rhythm, you know I got hell of verse.
I think if you're going to use such a big vocal, then that really needs to kind of stand out and have space around it. Or have it kind of corresponding with the bass line in one way or another. I'm not too sure what it needs. Perhaps another kind of production element, another percussive element or something.
Sound like the military leather burst.
But it has got that real kind of 2010 swagger. Oh. Okay, right. Thank you, Thomas. Yep, I got you. Do you have a SoundCloud or anything that we'd be able to share as well? So we'll be signing out with your track. Foundation. There we go. Lots of very strong elements in this. I feel it needs a little bit more. Just like I need a little bit more information. I just need to hear you pronounce your name. Send me a voice message with the pronunciation of your name, and I swear I'll never get it wrong again. Or I'll get it wrong every single time because my brain likes to do that sometimes. Right, okay. So this is a track from Drugu now. Drugu? It's right. So it's D-R-O-U-G-U-U. Now, if you take out the R, that's Doug. So is it Drugu? Drugu? Again, yeah, it would be nice if everybody just had a nice name that I could pronounce. No, wouldn't. Life would be very boring. Have whatever fucking name you like and just watch me tie my tongue up in knots trying to fucking pronounce it. Here we go. This is called, right, this is by Drugu. That's what we're going to say. It's 174 Trunks 8 Ball. So this is they sent it over and have said this is an unfinished track. It is a demo. I think there was something to do with the second drop. Can't remember. So let me look. Being lazy, aren't I? Right, here we go. Drugu. Yeah, still haven't figured out a second drop, but here's a tune. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, that's a real wormy bass line. Yeah. Okay. The first person who springs to mind when I hear shit like this is Zinc. Like I say, if Zinc came through now, maybe he'd be making bass lines like this, like tracks like Scar and stuff like that. Like, it's just blown me away. just because the bass line would just be so fucking infectious and wormy and weird and just right in there straight away. This is great. You've got loads and loads of clarity in the production. I like these kind of drums with those kind of hi-hatty sounds and stuff. The snare's nice. Very TI, isn't it? Like... So we already know that there isn't another, like a second drop. I can see it on the waveform as well. It's pretty much identical. But this would be great fun to mix. You know, you could imagine how people would react to this on the dance floor. Just a very, very silly noise, really, isn't it? But you've got that. You've got it really, really well maintained, under control. Like a bass line like this could go scatty in so many different ways, and you can really feel it when someone's really kind of paid attention to the bass line and kept it in check. Literally, as I said that, you do something weird. That was brilliant. I really, really like that. This is really cool. And I'm trying to think of what you would do for a second drop. You could almost like reverse it in a way. So you've got a meow starts it, or the meow goes even higher or goes even lower. So what you're expecting isn't going to happen. So maybe on the second drop it's like meow, like even higher, like even more like hair raising and aggy and stuff. Super interesting, but also really, really simple but effective. Production on that is great. Loads and loads of clarity. I'm very interested in how you develop that, really, and where you take that and whether you add a second drop or not. That was great, though. Really, really cool. Okay, so right, now we are into, so there's 3 more tunes, 2 of which have come in during the stream. So first one is Running Man. He's known to me. He's from Wales. And then we got the track from Foundation, and then we're going to finish with a Fireworks Factory tune, which technically has been signed. But it's just nice to have it. I haven't heard this final version of the track, and it's great to just kind of rep his stuff. So we'll do that one last. We're going to do Running Man, then we're going to do You Thomas, then after that then. And this will have been the biggest, the longest demo drop that I've done so far, with no internet mishaps or anything, which has been great. And thank you to everybody who's been part of the chat and stuff. I think there's definitely a difference between doing it in the afternoon and doing it in the evening. The evening, people are a lot chattier and stuff like that, throwing emojis around and stuff. I think a lot of you are probably listening to this while you're working and stuff. Maybe it's a Friday afternoon thing, you've got other shit going on. There's loads of people watching though and stuff, so this has been amazing. It's been a great success. So this is Running Man. I've known him for years in the Cardiff scene. We both come from the breaks kind of scene, and it's called Au Revoir, which is nice because we're kind of wrapping up, so it's a nice way to say goodbye. Okay, well, thank you for telling me that, Thomas. I'm really excited. You haven't published much of your music. You're focusing on making it better. That's the most important thing. I say this to so many people. So let me just turn this up a little bit. This is really stripped back. I'm wondering if this is the groove or whether we're going to go into something else now. No, I think this is the groove. It's that kind of autonomic vibe, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to guess this is around about kind of 130. No, 160. Okay, cool. Very cool. Yeah. Type of stuff I'm always really looking for my mixtapes and stuff like that, or warm-up sets. Tapping into the kind of warp sound, you know, Boards of Canada type of vibe. But definitely, like, this to me is really kind of screaming, like, you know, kid drama, instrumental. Could do with more clarity in all of the elements, I think. Let me just turn that up. But I really like these pads and everything. So let me just go back to what you were saying, Thomas. So here we are. Yeah, Chrome Star. Yeah. Or in that field, Danny Skrilla as well. Yay. Okay, lovely little switch there, Doug. Nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Chrome Star. It would be nice to have a little bit more kind of just like a little bit more weight and space around each element. The way those drums came in could have had a bit more kind of entrance or introduction. But again, a lot of these, like with this type of style as well, it's all in the subtlety, it's all in the kind of gentle, almost elements falling into place. It's not lo-fi, but it's understated. See, we're just opening out. Now we're well over halfway and there's still new elements coming in. It would have been quite nice for us to finish on this because it's called Au revoir, and it would be nice to be like, and that's au revoir from me and au revoir to you. But it's not. We've got 2 more tunes to go. It's really, really nice though. So I haven't shared the Running Man's details yet, so let me do that. If you listen to my Welsh music podcast, I play a lot of Running Man stuff, so I think that's unfinished because that did just kind of finish there. And I think, let me just, if I bring that up, so it's Doug the Running Man. I thought I'd try and squeeze this in. Apologies for poor file naming protocols. No, I mean, I think that's fine, like au revoir, isn't it? Or ta-ra, as we say in South Wales. No, hold on a minute, I was just about to send the Running Man's SoundCloud to his email address when I should really be sharing it in here. You can definitely tell I've been talking and thinking. Something went wrong? Oh no, don't fucking do that to me. Oh no, there we go, reload, something went wrong. I'm not happy about that. What, there's new messages? Have I lost you all? Oh well, the new chat, fucking hell. Anyway, I'm just going to put that in there. Has the stream gone down then or something like that? Who cares? You all seem to be here. Like, literally, show me a comment if you are here. Okay, right. So Thomas, we are going to play your tune now. And it looks like it is a translation from Dutch to English, meaning war. Where is the tune? I know I downloaded it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I was just misthinking that. So I'm just going to go on. So is anybody... Right, okay, yeah, you're still here. I don't know what happened there. Right, Thomas, so maybe I haven't. Let me download that again. Right, here we are. Okay, no, there's more of you there. Yeah, we're here. Okay, I don't know why it's done that. But anyway, the chat's fine. It's just a problem on my end. So here we go. Right. So this is... Now, I don't know how to pronounce this. Oorlog. Maybe? It's Dutch for war. So I was saying about track titles and stuff like that before, like, bleaks me out. So this is Foundation, by the way. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. Literally came in as we're wrapping up the show. I do like being responsive like that, especially when the music's as interesting as this. I have no idea where this is going to go now. Oh my word. I can see why you called this war. Ulog? Ulog. What are you having for dinner, Sladsy? Wow. This is great. This really is a very ominous piece of work. Wow. Yeah. Have you got socials and stuff, Thomas? Curry time, nice. It's pizza for us tonight. Friday's pizza night. Let me find you. Send me your details, Thomas. Foundation. Let me find you. There was right, okay, that sound is very loud. Whatever noise that is needs toning down a little bit, because that's what, like, through the headphones. That's quite jarring. But I mean, the rest of this is woof. What's it? Send us your SoundCloud or something like that, Thomas. This is. We need the world to be following you. Wow, very succinct. 2.5 minutes long. You really got the story there. You got the vibe. I don't really like at the moment tracks being called war and stuff like that. Like, it's because it's bleaking me out, everything, like all of the world politics and world news. But I think you're clearly expressing a mood there, and that is war music. That's marching. That's intense. That's a great way to be wrapping up the show. That is the last proper demo that we've got of this episode. So thank you, Thomas, for coming in, watching the stream and responding. That's what it's all about. Like, that's why I'm open to demos. If I've got an open time like I have had today, and we are going to wrap up exactly in the 3 hours that I wanted to, then I will respond to people sending stuff over. In fact, Jan, I think, like, when you first, Deerhill, when he first found the stream, it was a little bit too late. It was like, better luck next time. And he did. And now we've released a whole album this week. So I'm going to put a stream to that in the chat. And while I do, we're going to listen. We're going to sign out with Fireworks Factory. And this is a track called Being There, which is going to be on a compilation which has been curated by B Complex. Which is just a full-on maximum peace, love, unity and respect compilation, in spite of the awfulness that she faced and other artists faced, especially non-binary ones, earlier this summer from an idiot in drum and bass, who has certainly been cancelled by me, and I will make sure that his tunes are never played on Vision Radio or anything. I'm not even going to say his name now. He knows who he is. So anyway, B Complex just is fighting hate with absolute love. Max Fireworks Factory, we've got a tune of his on that compilation. It's called Being There. I've actually played this in a few sets, but I've got like a 5-6 minute version, and I think this is an edit. I'm really interested to see how it goes. I'm not going to pretend I haven't heard it before. I just want to sign out with a lovely tune from an artist that's on One More Thing at the moment. So here we go. Super dreamy. Really, really like these beats. It's Fireworks Factory on the vocals as well. So really nice way of ending the show. Thank you to everybody who's been part of this. Some of you have been in the chat right from the start. It's 3 hours. That's amazing. Thank you for all your time and your music and your support.
I can see, is this how it feels? Sunlight through the trees, artificial glare.
Nope, and we've got a spam bot right at the end. I don't want your cheap followers. I want expensive followers like you guys. Love this. Oh, this, yeah. You've done some work on this, Max. This is already great. Hopefully it's correct sound. correct address to my SoundCloud. I can't see it there. But anyway, I've got your email address now anyway, Thomas, so we will continue chatting. I hope all of you continue chatting with me. Sorry to Make for not being able to pronounce your name right. Also, Heathen, I noticed you disappeared after I was a little bit critical about your tune. But here I want to give feedback. I want to give good feedback. I want to help people on their journeys. Some of you I will eventually end up signing music from. I can't sign music from everybody, but the people I can't sign music from, which I really like, I will point to other labels.
Coming real far as I can see. Is this how it feels? Sunlight through the trees.
So I was gonna send some stuff over in the chat before we go. Where can I do that from? Here we go. Oh, I think it's the bass line, the clarity of the bass line. There's quite a lot of work has been done on this. It's like hearing a new track in a way. Or it's like seeing somebody 6 months, you haven't seen them for 6 months, and they've been working out in that 6 months, and when you see them, they're all trim and hench. It's like, okay, I didn't remember you looking quite as sharp as that. This is great. I didn't expect, I thought like I already know this tune. No. Great. So, hang on. I just want to give you a link to Spore Prints. There we go. Big up Fireworks Factory, big up all of you, big up Deerhill, who, if he wasn't going on holiday tomorrow and finishing off a massive project that we're going to drop next week, as well as this album, in tandem with this album, as part of this album, he would have been on this demo drop show, feeding back with myself and with everybody else from the community. Right, so yeah, thank you. Like, there's a whole ton of you on various streaming platforms. Thank you. Like, it's been really, really cool. I really, really love doing this. Please go out and support Spore Prints, and if you're watching this in the future, look at all the links below. Follow all the artists. Like, this is where careers start, not the demo drop particularly, but by people helping people and people listening and people following and musical discovery. It's fucking wicked. Don't just like follow the main people. All the headliners suck right now. This has been One More Thing. I'm Dave. I'm going to go and eat some pizza and play the guitar with my daughter and chill out and have a nice weekend. Hope you all have a nice weekend.